Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Alliance. It's season 13. We are starting out tonight strong.
As they do go side by side. It is the formation lap almost done. They will look, all eyes to the lights. That's going to be an amazing start.
And we have a crash in turn one already. What's going on?
On to the bus stop straight. Goes for it around the outside.
More contact behind. That is huge. A couple of gainers in that one.
She's given it everything. She has to. I'm not sure that it's over yet, though.
This is the last opportunity.
We're off and away for SRA. Hello everybody, welcome to the Sim Racing Alliance GT3 Team Series Season 14 Division 4 Round 4 at Spa. I'll be your host today, Robert, and joining me here in the booth is my buddy Marlon Abubo. Marlon, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Robert.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see some racing here at Spa. It's definitely a favorite of mine. I know it's a very popular track as well. I'm expecting some well-practiced drivers here.
Yeah, Spa's definitely a fan favorite. Definitely my favorite in terms of racetracks on ACC. Maybe Nürburgring 24 Hour is like a competitor, but that's kind of a rough track. Spa, a lot more tame. Of course, we have F1, GT, and IMSA, or not IMSA, sorry, WEC. Racing here, it's a great track. A lot of fast, a lot of fast stuff, or a lot of fast parts of the track, a lot of slow parts of the track. It's gonna be a great race. Also, first time in D4, so I'm gonna see how they race compared to D3.
Yeah, this is going to be your major trial by fire here in Division 4 Spa Classic Track. Joining us here in T4, and we're D4. We're happy to have you. Let's go ahead and dive into the track. Speaking of, and here we go with our track map. Trey, not Trey. I'm sorry, that's my fault. Trey's not here anymore. Sorry about that, Marlon. Marlon, if you want to go ahead and
replaced him today.
Marlon, if you want to take us away on the track, I will hand it off to you.
Certainly. So it's Sector 1, probably the sector people know the most, simply because there's so much iconic areas in this area, or sorry, in this sector. We have La Source, the hairpin coming out of the bus stops. That's gonna be a major overtaking area. We do go into turn 2, which leads into Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge, not really a massive overtaking area, but it's very high speed. One mistake could take you out of the race with high damage if you are into the walls. Turn 3 is still part of Eau Rouge, and then turn 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, that's gonna be Eau Rouge, and then Radion. Sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce these. I'm looking at the pronunciations right now, but then we come onto the Kemmel Straight, which should end our first sector. But again, Kemmel Straight, another overtaking opportunity. Sector 1, where we might see most of the overtaking stuff. And then we go into Sector 2, which is the most important for the drivers to stay consistent and make sure they're not messing up their lines. So Sector 2, we're starting off with Lake Home, and then Malmoudi and Brussels, which is turns 6, 7, and 5, 6, 7. There's also overtaking opportunity here. Not as fast as the Kemmel Straight or maybe even La Source, but there's still overtaking opportunities here. And then we go into the hairpin at Bruxelles, which is turn 8. Sorry, that's going to be another hairpin, a lot longer than La Source. And then we're going to head into Speaker's Corner, hard left-hander, semi-fast. And then we're going to go into the double gouges, which is another overtaking opportunity here for the racers, which is going to be turn 10 and 11. And then we're going to go into, if I can read it right. He did not put it on the thing, but it's called Les Fonds, which is turn 12s and 13. That's going to be the chicane entering in or nearing the exit of sector 2, and then 14 is going to be your final right-hander into sector 3. Sector 3 is going to be led by Stavelot, and then Paul Frere, and then Blanchimont. And then that's going to be the majority of Sector 3 until the bus stops, which is where we also might see another or a lot more overtaking opportunity. With that out of the way, let's move on to the driver's standings. Not really a French speaker, so sorry for butchering the name.
Hey, you know what? I think you did your best effort, and that's all we really can ask for here at SRA. As we dive into our driver standings, so coming out of round 3, we've seen the gold drivers further continue to kind of be at the top of the standings for the overall standings. So for our top 5 gold drivers, we're going to have Sean Daniels in the Ford Mustang GT3, driving for cheaper than therapy. In second place, we've got Michael Wheezy McWeezerson, racing for Madhouse and Vanquish Racing. SMH, my head, in the Ferrari 296 GT3. And in third place overall, and this is for our gold overall, our gold standings, we've got Chris Sweeney with Los Vatos Locos Racing in the Ferrari 296 GT3. And in fourth place, we've got Joe Burry GTG and Baseline Racing in the Ferrari 296 GT3. And rounding out our top 5 gold drivers, we've got Steve Foster with Better Call Steve in the Ferrari 296 GT3.
I see a common trend with the car choices for this division.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Sean Daniels at the top, not doing any favors for the Ford Mustang OP crowd, but either way. Rounding out our top 5 silver drivers, and the top of the silvers, we've got Darren Robichaux in OPE Racing, driving the BMW M4 GT3. Second in the silver standings, we've got Steven Music with Better Call Steve, driving the Ferrari 296. And third place for the silvers, we've got Josla Koval, driving the Porsche 992 GT3 with Kovner's Heroes. And in fourth for the silver drivers, we've got Cube Master with Cheaper Than Therapy, driving the Mustang GT3. Rounding out our 5 silver drivers is Justin Secombe with Baseline Racing, YCR Breaking News, we're slow in the M4 GT3.
We'll say Cube was Cube was my commentator before I moved to D4, so seeing him in the Ford Mustang GT3 is kind of an anomaly. He did not like the Ford Mustang.
Oh yeah, which is, these things. The Mustang is inevitable. You can run from it, you can hide from it, but it will always be there to get people angry and make them call it overpowered. Moving on to our team standings.
To be honest,
it is. I won't disagree with that. Speaking of the Mustang being overpowered, we've got in first place for our team standings, we've got Cheaper Than Therapy with Cube Master and Sean Daniels in the Mustang. In second place, we've got Black Sheep Motorsport with Matt Anderson and Mert Mertson in the AMR. Third place, we've got Better Call Steve with Steven Music and Steve Foster in the 296. And fourth place, we've got Los Vatos Locos Racing with Rodrigo Moreno and Chris Sweeney in the 296. And rounding out our top 5 for the Team Series standings is OBDA Wannabes with Thomas Greer and Tyler Thompson in the Bentley. And with that, I think we're going to try and see if our drivers are getting out on track to do some qualifying. Actually, let's do this. They are. Okay, perfect. Let's dive on in and take a look. Okay, guys, so they just started up the server. We are going to wait a moment until we jump in there. And in the meantime, well, I see cars going on track. You know what? I'm going to connect, and we will we'll see what this looks like. Okay, why is my... All right, we have a problem. Oh, well, it would help if I connected. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on out there. I think they went back to garage, which would be correct to do because they're not supposed to be on track. Oh, we've got Matezi driving around in this rusty-looking Beamer.
Yeah, there are a good amount of people out on the track. So
yeah, I thought that we weren't. Well, whatever. Maybe there's a new rule or something like that going on. I saw somebody talking about Secombe, so let's see what Secombe's got going on out there. While we're waiting for qualifying to start, I will bring up something to note here. The qualifying procedures are going to be a little bit different here at Spa due to the overlap with the way the track is in the pit exit. There's going to be like a 30-second delay where the silver drivers will stop 30 seconds earlier than normal, and then the gold drivers will then go out at their normal time. And this is just to help alleviate some of the problems that can come up on this track in particular.
And if you're new to SRA, the way qualifying works is that we have the silver drivers run out first, and then we have the gold drivers come after. Usually at the 10-minute mark is when the gold drivers come out, but since there's going to be a delay, it's going to be at 10 minutes 30 seconds. We'll see the gold drivers start coming out. And as we're waiting for quali to start, I just wanted to check in with you guys. Making sure the stream is all right. And if you are enjoying what you are seeing and you want us to continue, we would appreciate your support. Liking and subscribing helps definitely. Won't try and ask you that much, or I won't try and ask that as much, but thank you again for watching the stream. Always means everything for us as an organization. All right, the free practice will be over and the drivers should be getting ready for quali. So that means we'll be seeing some maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Controversy? Little contact. It shouldn't be that much. I don't believe quali is going to really put too much of a hold on how this race is going to go. Definitely will help where your quali position will be, especially in the faster sector 1. Entering or exiting out of Eau Rouge, it's going to be massive for how this quali is going to go. But other than that, sector 2 is where we're going to be seeing a lot of the skills the drivers have and how they compare with each other, how all these cars actually compare with each other. So we'll see how quali goes, where everyone will end up, and then we'll see during the race how Eau Rouge is going to go, first of all, but how sector 2 is going to be run and how these drivers are able to handle that. And we're coming out, and Cube Master seems to be... Let me check in here. The first one out. Not the first one out. I am so sorry. That's going to be car 106. It's going to be Foster. Foster in that Porsche 992. Really good call. hard to drive. So these are good. This is going to be the outlap, the pit outlap for these drivers, not their hot lap. So we're going to be seeing them cross the finish line, but that's when the real line, or that's when the real start of their quali is going to start. My predictions for at least silver, I'm just going to stay with the fastest silver driver so far, which is going to be Darren Robichaud. Sorry if I butchered your name, but that's my prediction for taking our pole in silver. And then for gold, I think McWeezerson might take this one. And it does seem the audio is going to be gone for this quali session until the main host comes back. But I am spectating T Foster. That is going to be the first driver to record a time. He hasn't gone off yet, so this time is going to be valid. Going to be followed by car 342, which is going to be Trey Morgan. That's who you're seeing right now. And then we're going to have car 801. And T Foster goes over the line. That's going to be a 2:19.98, followed by T Morgan 2:20.557. So we are seeing the drivers starting to warm up those tires, though at least the silver drivers, they're going to be warming up those tires for the upcoming laps. The times are only going to get faster. T Foster is taken over by Ansem. He is clocking in at 2:19.237. See where the rest of the silver drivers go. Seems like an Audi R8 crossing the line here, or an already crossed. Sorry about that. A lot of cars are a lot of silver drivers are crossing the line now. We got Matasi, Pankowicz. We'll learn that for next week. Morgan already crossed. Koval, Sarver, and then the Foster and Ansem. Ansem still holding that time for the silver drivers. 2:19.237 is the time to beat. Pretty beatable for the times that I saw on the practice server, but okay, we have Seacombe coming in with a 2:19.682, really close to beating that time. Ansem still holding it for the silver driver lead. Rest of the silver drivers not clocking time. At least 10 silver drivers not clocked the time yet. Yeah, once again, I am sorry for the no audio. There is going to be a yellow flag on in turn 5 and 6. So that's going to be Jake Curtis. So that's going to be his quali run for at least this lap out. Again, sorry for no audio. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm just waiting for the host to come back. So once he comes back, we'll get all of that sorted out. Okay, Colin putting up a 219.292. He's 55 thousandths right behind Ansem. Looking at the deltas here, Ansem looking to improve his time. Not by much. He is going to lose time though. Saicom looking to improve as well. He is going to go off tracks. That's going to be the end of his run for this lap. Foster looking to improve. Sarver with a 7/10 improvement. Entering the final corner. Can he make it onto the podium spot? No, Sarver is unable. He is unable to keep that time with him. That's going to still put him in 7th position. I'm also sorry because I'm unable to change who we're watching. So the commentary is coming from my screen, but once the host comes back, everything should be fine. Again, just going to be commentating. It looks like Matasi is going to take the top step with a 218.822, and Sarver is going to go off track, so that's going to be the end of that run. Koval also putting a 218.985, but that's not going to be enough to beat Matasi. 219 from Cube Master, so P3 for Cube Master in the silver division, looking to improve his time. He's up 3/10. Ansem looking to improve, up 5/10 now, looking to improve from a 219. Can he make it into that 218 or that 218 time and maybe take pole position? We also have Colin looking to improve, losing time in the last corner. No, in the first corner. So he needs to find some time, at least in sector 2. Saicom looking to improve. Entering Bruxelles, can he hold a good line, get some time here? He is now in sector 2, so this is where the drivers are going to prove themselves. Matasi looking to improve as well. Entering, oh my goodness, he almost loses control of his car into Academy. Almost messes that run up. That could cost his time though. Foster's gonna take top position with a 218.392.
So far, it's been a pretty exciting qualifying, I would say.
Yeah, at least for the silver division for sure. A lot of lead changes so far, so
some pretty great times out of the D5 silver drivers as well. I mean, looking here, we've got low 218s already, and I mean, maybe this is just my perspective as a lowly D5 driver, but I couldn't even begin to imagine anything even close to 218s right now. So these are already, to me, some killer times. All right, here. Oh, you know what? We're looking to address some audio concerns. Marlon, do you mind talking so I can address this here?
Hey, that's what I've been doing. So just gonna keep going for it.
Okay, perfect.
So it looks like Foster.
For everyone.
All right, go for it. Foster looking to improve his time by 2/10. Saicom is going to get a yellow flag. That might be the end of his quali session. Ooh, I accidentally took off the quali clock. Now that is going to be the end of his quali session. That is 10 minutes. The gold drivers are lining up. So let's see what the rest of the silver drivers can do. Foster looking at 4/10, 2/10 though, losing a lot of time. Matasi also looking at 3/10. Oh, but he's gaining, so he's in Bruxelles now. So now in sector 2, the important part of the track where time is of the essence. Foster looking for that improvement, cannot find the improvement. It's now in the negative deltas. Ansem as well in that negative delta. Colin gonna return to pits, not making a... I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, but maybe not that much of an improvement that he wanted. Foster is going to... Looks like he's going to cross that line with a negative delta, so not a lot of change there. Matassi still looking at a 2/10 change. Oh my goodness, Johnston looking at a 7/10 delta. That is up on his time. Altericio looking at a 1 second delta. 1 second and 3/10 delta. 4/10 climbing now in sector 2. He's finding that last bit of gas to make it to at least P10. Johnston also looking at that 4/10 up now. He's in the last sector, sector 3. He's going to be heading into the bus stop soon. Tassi also heading into the bus stop soon, but he has a negative delta. He could find time here in the bus stop. He does find time. Can he find enough time to beat Foster? He needs at least 4/10 here. He's not going to be able to find that time. He's going to go off tracks. That's going to be the end of his quali session there. Johnston looking for time, up 5/10. Can he cross the line with that time? He's going to be up 4/10 though. That's going to put him in P8. That's going to push Colin back. Now he's going to return to pits. Altericio still looking at a 1 second delta.
Wow.
Where is he going to cross the line?
What an improvement.
Oh, he doesn't improve places. Did he? What just happened?
That might have been a dirty lap or something. I'm not really sure what happened there.
It was a dirty lap. He clocks at 2:19.015, but it's a red. It's going to be an invalid lap.
All right. And so that's going to be the end of our silver driving as our gold drivers head out to get started. Looking at the board currently, our fastest qualifying silver driver was Ansem with a 2:18.3. Pretty solid time. And now we get to see what the gold drivers can do and see who is going to improve upon that.
Yeah, it looks like the drivers already crossed the finish line, so this is going to be their first hot lap out of the session. It looks like... Wait, who's... I need to see... 5:10. There's a lot of yellow flags going on.
Yeah, that's probably drivers pulling... If I had to guess, that's silver drivers that are pulling off to discontinue their attempts, maybe?
Yeah, that makes
you know
more
what
sense.
No, I'm sorry. You know what the yellow flags are? That's drivers slowing down so they can...
to get more space.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And so we're on board with, I think this is going to be our first flying lap from our gold drivers with Sadat. Let me see. I might be looking at the wrong view here. Oh, of course. That's my fault. Okay, here we go. We have their qualifying times here now. And I don't know that they're on a valid lap yet. I'm trying to figure this out here.
That must have been their out lap, but...
that shouldn't have been. Okay, well, I'm not sure what race control is doing. I did just update my race control to the latest one, and I'm kind of running into some weird bugs already.
Race control is a bit glitchy.
Yeah, someone warned me. Anyway, we won't dwell on that. All right, we're still on board with Sadat as they are heading down into the this part of the track here. I mean, you're flat out at least through the entire thing until you get to the bus stop. Especially if you can nail that entry into that corner there. And I don't remember the turn numbers here. You have to fill me. Oh, that's the 17, 18. Here we go to the bus stop.
Yeah, the bus stop's 18, 19. He's going to be clocking his time here. It says 18.5 on race control, but we know that's not true. Maybe it was.
Okay. I'm kind of following now. That was not a valid lap yet. This is their first valid lap.
So this will be their hot laps, but he does put it 2:20 is for his invalid. There we go. Now the drivers are crossing the finish line, starting their hot lap stints.
Hang on a second. They don't have very much time. They're going to have enough time for maybe 1 or 2 laps. This is going to be... Well, okay. Maybe 3. This is about a 2-minute lap. Let's say they cross the line with about 3 minutes remaining. They start another lap there. I think they're going to have time for 3. But they've got to get this right because they're only starting their laps with like 6 or 5 minutes remaining. I don't know how that happens.
This is not a lot of time. You know what? I think it's because they were at the pit exit or the pit exit sign. So all the way inside the pits instead of outside onto the pit lane or the pit exit lane.
Yeah, something happened here, but Either way here, so far, Sadat's got a really good lap there, Simina put together here. You know, now I am seeing some delta here. Oh, that must be delta to the lead. Okay, so looking here, we've got some solid times. Moffitt has a delta of 1.2 seconds. It's pretty darn good. And okay, we've got some live times now. Uwu puts down a 2-minute 18.7. We've got Galindo now on their second lap with a 2:19.4. Barber did a 2:19.5. Okay, so we're getting times now. I'm not really sure what happened with our timing here, but I've got some stuff here. Galindo is up by 0.3.
No one challenging that top spot so far. Yeah, even
that's-
Uwu is looking at a negative delta in Sector 2, so that's going to be a bit rough. Galindo looking at a 0.5, a positive delta. That's good, at least for him, for his time. Barber looking at a 0.3 delta. Taft looking at a 0.7, and Zamora behind him looking at a 5/10.
Yeah, looking at Wheezy, Wheezy's up by 1.9 seconds. So if they can string this lap together, and it's looking good so far, this will put them in a really, really good position. And so we're gonna ride on board with Wheezy here and see.
Oh
what
my
they can
goodness!
do.
Look at Wheezy's time. You are not lying about that.
2.2 second increase.
Oh, that's gonna
Wheezy
put him
heads
somewhere.
to the line and brings them to second place as
Not
Moffitt.
P1 though.
Moffitt
is.
managed to 2:18 flat, which is an outstanding
Oh my
time.
goodness.
And we've got some other big time gainers here. Buckley looking to improve by a full second as they get ready to wrap up the first sector. Oh, I'm sorry, start the final sector. They've got a good, yep, holding mostly flat out through there. Keep it on track, looking pretty good. Let's see, they are up by 1.5 seconds now. You can, if you get a good exit into this long, nearly flat out sector, then you can gain a lot. We do have a yellow flag ahead though. Looks like they may have pulled off. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they lost the car, as Buckley is now up by almost 2 seconds, which will be really good. 1.7 seconds. They've got a clean shot for the line as they are now up in 8th with that excellent time. Barber, one of our drivers that promoted as of starting last round into gold, up by 0.9, looking really good. Let's see here. Yeah, that time from Moffitt though, I still can't get over that. They're borderline.
No, he's still looking to improve too. Look at that. He's up 4:10.
Guys, we're gonna get on board with Moffitt here because they are.
Oh, that's
still
gonna be
improving.
bad though. That's gonna be an invalid there.
Oh yeah, that
We
invalidated.
cursed him.
We did curse him. Sorry, Moffitt.
He was on first stinger of a
you know
lap,
what?
and all of a sudden just goes
You know what?
off.
It's okay. Moffitt has enough time to get across the line and take one more attempt if they have the fuel to try and improve upon that. But looking at the board here, Moffitt's got this pretty well locked down to take our pole. And guys, as we get close to wrapping up qualifying, I just wanted to point out that if you're having fun, you like tuning in, you want to help us out, make sure to like. Just drop a like on the channel, subscribe so you can catch all of our races, and we really appreciate you doing that. Moffitt is gonna go for one more. They've got the gas. They're gonna see what they can do. Looking down the rest of the board here, we've got another big improver. We got a couple big ones. Oh, there's Barber. Barber crosses the
that's
line
Barber.
with a 2-minute 18.3, putting them into third place. Barber's thinking about getting some more podium action. They've got the pace to do it, and I think we're gonna see some great racing out of Barber once again this weekend here.
So this will
Wheezy,
be the final lap of all the drivers. Let's look at Wheezy. Up 1/10. That's going to be in the end of Sector 1. So now entering Sector 2. This is where most of his time is going to come from. Up 2/10, finding a lot of time here,
boy.
finding a lot of traction. Never mind, he's starting to lose it, but there's still a lot of Sector 2 to go. Oh, Taft looking at 3/10, also in Sector 2, right behind Wheezy. Barber also looking for an improvement. Just
Guys,
as he
this is gonna
crossed
be
the
a
line,
tight
he's
battle
still
for the
looking
top 3 here.
And Moffitt on a good lap, so this is going to be a positive delta for him, looking to get away from Wheezy, trying to get away from Wheezy, but Wheezy up 3/10 now. That's going to be enough for pole if he can keep that time. So trying not to curse him. Daniels up 5/10 in the Ford Mustang. Thank goodness it's not on pole.
We're going to jump back up here with Moffitt and just kind of see this, because we've got a really tight battle going on for this last lap. Moffitt and Wheezy. If Wheezy can hold on to this improvement, which unfortunately looks like they might lose that negative delta they have going. If Wheezy can pick up enough time, though, they are within striking distance of taking pole from Moffitt. However, Moffitt looking like they're going to improve, get into the 217s, and Riccatoni in the chat pointing out the mix of gold and silver drivers really is great. I think it just speaks volumes to how well the balance has worked out for our drivers and their performance, as Moffitt,
oh my goodness, look at the time he just gained.
Get into the 2-minute 17 mark for Moffitt with a 2-minute 17.9. They've got that pole locked down. Unfortunately, Wheezy just had a little bit of a mistake, I think, on the bus stop.
Wait a second. Look at Lowe responding.
Whoa.
That's going to be P3 for him, kicking Barber out of the top 3.
Lowe comes out of nowhere. I didn't even see them. They kind of snuck in there with that ninja time and knocked Barber out of the running here. Oh, wow. All right, folks. That was an excellent qualifying. We are locked in and ready. We are going to take a quick moment to jump to a message from our sponsors, and then we will get racing.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
All right, folks, we are lined up, getting ready to start our formation lap, and I am going to go ahead and...
someone just went to the pits.
That's Darren. Darren's got a pit start. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to take you guys through our lineup to start our race as we get rolling here. Running out the back in 42nd place, we've got Heisner, number 229. Coming in 41st place, we've got Tenney in the number 26. In 40th place, we've got Moreno in the number 273. 39th place, we've got Lindo in the number 968. And 38th, we've got Morgan and the number 423. And we're going to speed this up a little bit. And now 37th place, we've got Rock. And 36th place, we've got Swift. 35th place, we've got Foster, who appears to be having some sort of technical problem. They are still sitting here. They might be rolling now. I'm not really sure what's going on here. We're going to keep an eye on this as we continue to work our way up the grid. We've got Ferrer TC8 in 34th place. In 33rd place, we've got Pinkovich. And in 32nd place, we have Sadat. 31st place, we've got Morgan. And 30th, we have Ugly. And 29th place, we've got Wazinski. And in 28th place, we've got Altarisio. We've got some shuffling going on as I think Foster has shuffled out. No, Sarver may have been a pit stop. Either way, 27th place, we've got Altarisio. And in 26th place, we've got Greer. In 25th place, we've got Curtis. And in 24th place, we've got Thompson. 23rd place, we've got Music. And in 22nd place, we have Kulan. And let's see here. 21st place, we have Johnston. And in 20th, we have Mertzen. And getting into our top 20 now, we've got 19th place, Sekholm. And in 18th place, we have Cab. 17th, we have Cube Master. And in 16th place, we have Clayton. In 15th, we have Daniels. And in 14th, we've got Koval here. Starting in 13th, we have Anderson. And in 12th, we will have Buckley. And for 11th, Taft will be starting here. And we get to our top 10 as Zamora rounds out the back of the top 10 in 10th place. Galindo will be starting in 9th. Matezi is going to be starting in 8th. And Foster will be starting out in 7th. Uwu will be starting in 6th. And for our top 5 drivers, we have Ansem in 5th place. Lowe in 4th place. Barber in 3rd. Wheezy in 2nd. And Moffitt with our pole position. Now, something must have happened there with Barber and Lowe, because I thought that Lowe had stolen that position from Barber. Not really sure.
I was about to say that.
Maybe it's something just to do with where their cars are on track or something. So,
a lot more sense.
Legior here in the chat.
We thought he got a massive steal onto the podium position.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's just a race control thing or something else, but I'm seeing Barber in 3rd and Lowe in 4th. And I'm pretty sure that Lowe had taken 3rd from Barber, but we'll see how it shakes out whenever we get going here. As we round the bus stops, entering into the starting line, we are about to enter a 1-hour race in Spa, Belgium. Let's see where the drivers will end up. It's going to be hectic into turn 1. It's going to be hectic into Eau Rouge, and then the lights go green. We are racing now. Oh, sorry, a little early. Lights are going to go green right. Not now. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. They are, I forgot. Oh, they start on, or before Eau Rouge. Okay, so the lights are about to go green here. My I was thinking the same thing. I was about to make the same mistake, so I did not know that. This is
I forgot they started Eau Rouge. I'm so sorry. Alright, as the lights turn green, we have an hour at Spa. The lights go green now, so we are racing into Eau Rouge. It's going to be P1, still Moffitt, McWeezerson holding that position away from Barber. Oh, look at that that Aston Martin trying to get past. Is it still glitched for me? No, it's not. Okay, so Moffat is going to stay P1. There's going to be a little contact in the back. We'll look at that after lap 1 because there might be a lot more incidents that we can see. So still have Moffat P1, McWeezer's P2, Barber P3, P4 is still going to be low. So the top 4 really haven't changed. And I believe that's going to be a change between no change between at least the top 8 positions. Galindo is going to take, or sorry, starting from Galindo, that's going to be position gain. All those drivers are going to be gaining a position. It looks like Buckley in the back. That's going to be a really bad spin for that Lexus there. Ferrer also losing positions here. Rock, not a lot of carnage. A lot of drivers still able to hold on to track, but look at the gap Moffat has created already. That's going to be 217. That car's off the track. Oh, 955, 347. That's going to be Anderson. And there was a 217 with that yellow flag. Taft trying to fight Daniels in that Mustang, and then Clayton also trying to fight off losing that position out to that Porsche. A lot of position changes so far, but the top 8 seem to be doing relatively fine. And Foster's gonna get a drive-through penalty, so that's a really bad start to Foster's race. Starting in P43. See if he takes that early. Maybe he can gain positions again. This is a 40 grid race, so surprisingly not as hectic as I believed it was going to be into Eau Rouge. So the drivers are now rounding out the bus stop, entering into the first corner of the race, and I mean relatively clean driving so far, and still the top 8 really unaffected.
Wow, what a start here as we get racing in Spa, and a very clean first lap, and you know, maybe I'm biased here, but I would expect no less from the D4s here.
There's contact into turn 1.
Oh, but good recovery from low. They probably picked up some damage, but they were able to get back on track without major incident. It does seem like they're losing some speed there.
No, that's in Eau Rouge.
We're gonna do a quick bounce back here and try to see what. Oh. And if you guys see in our picture here, we've got some more incidents going on here in Eau Rouge. We're going to kind of rewind this back and see what happened here with Lowe.
Oh, massive contact in the after fact.
They just lost the rear end. We still have a yellow flag out here. No, that's been cleared. Rock off the track at Eau Rouge.
Rock was entering Eau Rouge, and the Ferrari that was still in the yellow flag, he just smashes into him.
Oh, we've got another one. Barber. Oh, big incident for Barber. Oh, wow. Let's see what happened here.
Oh, well, there we go. The top 8 has cracked. Yeah,
guys, we cursed it, and we instead put that all on the second lap. So they may have gotten the clean first lap, but oh man, I didn't catch them on the replay there, but we'll catch them next time. Let's see what we've got going on here. Matezi with a 2/10 gap to Ansem ahead. Oh, you know, Barber's had such great racing here, and they just seem to have been caught up with everyone else getting caught up in these incidents here. Daisy not really having a way around here as they get into the bus stop. Oh, maybe. Depending on what the kind of exit Matezi gets out of here, they're going to be trying to look to get in on the inside of turn 1 if they can. Maybe they can get a good dive bomb going. They don't really have the speed to do it. We've got some more movement here with Anderson losing a couple of positions to Zamora, Koval, and Clayton. Whoa, contact in turn 1.
Oh, contact turn 1.
We've got everybody stuck in turn 1. Cars going wide. Cars going all over the track. Wow. We're gonna see what happened there. I think we saw it live. I went too far.
Wait, that's not turn 1. That's gonna be bus stop maybe. So might have started contacting.
At turn 1.
Okay, so it's gonna be in bus 1. Yeah. Or sorry, bus 1. Turn 1.
So, okay, we've got a status update from chat on Sarver here. Yeah, they just got bunched up and...
Oh my goodness, that's the top 10. There's going to be contact between Matasi and Ansem.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. We're going to try and get a quick replay of that here on the big screen for you guys as we keep the live race going on in the picture-in-picture here. So status update from chat. Sarver decided to start in the pits and see if it pays off. And based on the racing we are seeing, that might have been a wise decision here as Ansem and who was the other car there?
That's what I was. I think that's the incident I was watching.
More
oh my goodness, that's a lot of cars. Oh my goodness, that McLaren is getting tossed around. There's so many cars going. What just happened?
Carnage. All right, guys, we're going to try. We've still got yellow flags going on. we've Sadat off the track, Morgan off the track. They have a lot of damage. Guys, we're going to get a quick replay of this and try to capture all the action without losing. Oh, look at that.
Oh my goodness, look at that damage on the Mustang. That damage is massive. He's still opting to drive it. Maybe he can make it to the pits. Maybe it's not. Maybe no steering axle damage. So that might be good for him. But he's going to have to deal with that aerodynamic damage.
So, update on the situation here. We've got a yellow flag for... Okay, that was Alturicio. They are now in the pits. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vehicles in the pits. 7 vehicles caught up in all the carnage here as we get into our... Oh, I don't even know what lap this is on. 4th lap, maybe? Absolute chaos here. Let's get back on track with our drivers who have managed to survive. Uwu was able to pick up quite a few positions from these incidents and is now in 3rd place. Moffitt just continuing to try to build up that gap. Really, everybody in the top 10 except for Anderson on Matezi here. Matezi starting this train of cars that are pretty close. We have another yellow flag.
Oh my goodness, more contact in Eau Rouge. And that's going to block off the pit exit lane.
Holy cow. Catching us back though, most of our top 10 drivers are within about a 2 to 3 second gap of each other, but then we've got a pretty close train of drivers all within about a second of each other behind Matezi. Nobody really close enough to make any moves though. With this kind of racing, you don't have to be, you just have to survive and you not completely get obliterated and sent into the shadow realm.
Oh man, the stewards are gonna have a field day with this one.
Guys, this is fun. This, I mean, it's not so fun for the drivers on track, I'm certain, but this has certainly been an SRA race to remember here. Looking here at Sacombe with they're closing up the gap. They're trying to find a way around Ansem here as we get into you know, one thing I wish, as if I'm gonna rant here, I wish that you could see the turn numbers in the map. That would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
Anyway, we've got Ansem here now looking for a way around Daniels in the 89 Ford Mustang as we get into our last sector of the track. Can I get a status from the pits? How many drivers do we have now in the pits?
Seems to be 6 drivers.
6 drivers in the pits still, guys. As Ansem gets a little wheel to wheel, little elbows out here in the bus stop. Doesn't really find a way around Daniels, but they are still holding on tight as our top 5 gap continues to be pretty far apart.
Oh, and a little information about how the race is run. So we're gonna have a mandatory pit stop. It's only gonna be for tire changes. However, returning to pits will not clear that stop, and that's gonna be a 3-minute wait just to get out of the pits. So all those drivers that return to pits are gonna have that 3-minute delay for the race. It's gonna put them pretty far back.
Yeah, for sure. Looking here, once again, Ansem getting into the... okay, is this Radeon? I don't even know. Spot corner names confuse me. let's see here. Still not, you know, things are starting to calm down a little bit, and you know, I'll take this moment once again to remind everybody watching, if you like this, if you enjoy this racing, and if you really enjoy seeing what we just witnessed, number one, that doesn't happen often, but number two, when it does happen, it is glorious. And so make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can always be able to get notified and catch these races as they go live.
Oh my goodness, wait, I was like, when you were gone, I was like, Eau Rouge is not going to be a potential overtaking spot. I guess I was right, because it was where everyone died instead.
You can't overtake if you've overtaken yourself out.
Exactly.
And once again, looking for a way around Daniels here. They seem to have the speed, but Daniels is not going to give them an easy way around. They wisely decide to back off and not go for the pass through the high-speed sector. One thing that you got to watch out for here on Spa is overtaking on the high-speed sectors is always going to be a gamble, as we've got somebody who, it looks like they may have overcooked the bus stop here. Was that Matezi? Yeah, Matezi may have missed their braking marker and had to cut through the inside as they lose a position to Koval, who takes advantage of that mistake to secure the pass. As oh, we're getting a little backed up here. Very close call as everyone kind of gets backed up into each other, but manages to avoid any major contact here as we head into Eau Rouge. See,
it looks like the top 10 is found. Oh my goodness! Wait, yellow flag for P1. Moffitt is off the tracks. He's gonna lose that P1 position.
Oh wow! Okay, guys, let's drop back and see what happened here with Moffitt.
Just
Not
as
really
I was saying, they
sure
found their
happened
groove.
there.
Moffitt goes off tracks. Oh, he's cooked it. Hooks it into the sector 2 start.
Wow. Well, Wheezy and Uo are going to be looking to capitalize on that for sure, as they extend their gap now. Uo with or Wheezy holding onto their gap rather with a 2.7 second gap now. Moffitt with a 1.3 second gap. They've still got options available. I'm not sure how much damage they picked up, but they have a way to address this, maybe with their pit strategy, or perhaps
that's what I was gonna talk about too, is like that damage might affect him pretty hard, considering McLaren is one of those cars that are so reliant on not having like a lot of damage to run well the setup properly. So based on that, he might go for an early pit, but that's gonna cost him just to repair that damage. He might opt not to, but that was such an unfortunate rear end loss.
Absolutely. We're going to go back and check on Matezi here, as Matezi's looking to get that position back from Koval as we
and it looks like Pankowitz is going to get a yellow into, well, the same spot Moffitt lost control.
Wow. All right. Clean racing from now on, definitely, surely, as we've got some cars behind going too wide.
Wait
here,
a second, we're going too wide into the bus stop. As you're saying, clean racing, there might not be such clean racing here. No, they kept it relatively clean.
Relatively clean, but this battle here in the middle of the pack is unfolding here, as we had a yellow flag for a Gleam. Not really sure what happened here, but we're going to keep our picture-in-picture watching. Looks like
another yellow flag.
Pits.
Oh my goodness, there's contact into turn 1. That's gonna be Ansem and I was unable to catch that last name.
Well, that's Ansem out of the middle pack battle, unfortunately.
We're also going we're going too wide into turn 1 again. So this turn 1 has been a real hectic area for these drivers. And Koval losing. Oh my goodness, a lot of cars going off track here. Into the same area too.
This has been
I believe that is
people up.
Yeah, this I don't know what's been going on. It must because the people from that large incident pitted already. So I doubt it's damage, but
Yeah, checking on checking on some of our people who decided to start towards the back. We've got Sarver, who's picked up a few positions, but they may have been caught up in some of these incidents here.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was talking about earlier. Is I saw Sarver. He spun it in turn 16, I believe.
Oh, I feel like just about every driver on the track here will have in some sort of incident by the end of this. We already had Taft kind of over, or sorry, who are we following here? Secombe cooks it over a little bit.
Oh, that's gonna be yellow with Lindo.
Oh, looks like Lindo lost it into whatever that turn is, because I can't remember these turns.
So we have some trains building up now, so that's gonna be a little bit harder to gain more positions with separation. But there's still a chance, because as we've seen in the first, 3-4 laps, anything could happen.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not counting anything out anymore. Really not sure what could happen anymore. Oh, we've got a yellow for Foster, who has lost it in the first corner.
Oh, no.
Not really sure what happened there. Let's kind of quick replay going and see what happened. Looks like they just...
And that's another top 10 driver. Oh my goodness, he cooks it into turn 1.
Yeah, these things happen.
Watching the play, he goes too wide. Too wide in Eau Rouge, and 474 is going to get a drive-through for speeding in the pit lane.
The fun continues here as we are continuing to ride on board with Foster, who is looking to get around Zamora. They're not letting their little incident slow him down too much. Looks like we've got some movement where Barber has gotten around Taft. Barber had an incident earlier in the race, but they seem to have kind of held on to the mid-pack, especially considering they've been able to capitalize on some of the other mistakes.
Whoa, there's more contact in Sector 2's the beginning. It's just been here. Always been here.
We're gonna get a replay going for this and see what exactly happened here. Oh, it looks like Cab and Ansem. Oh, they just got into each other and oh boy. All right. Well,
Get a name on it. The turn is Liz Combs. Just so I'd stop calling it Sector 2 beginning.
Liz Combs. All right, that works.
Turn 5-6 works too, but like Les Combs a little more on the track. That's wow. Oh my goodness. Ooh, putting the fastest times. That's gonna be a 2:19 flat. Oh my goodness, that's a yellow flag in the top 5. Low and Galindo, or sorry, yeah, no, that's gonna be Low and Galindo looking to battle it up. Bus stop. Oh my goodness, contact.
There's rubbing, but they're clean so far. Looks like Low's gonna try to do what they can to keep Galindo off going into turn 1. Let's see if they can get a clean run through turn 1, and they do. Now we got to see if they can survive Eau Rouge.
Yeah, and a 5-car train coming into the bus stop again. I think someone might be blue flagged in this in this
train.
Got a yellow
flag for Foster. Oh
wow. No.
Not really sure what happened there, and we've got another driver in the pits. I can't tell anymore if this is people planning to go into the pits or this is people pitting because they picked up damage or something. Looking up the board here, we have Secombe trying to get around Daniels here. They don't find a way around, but probably wise to back off considering all the contact we've seen throughout this race.
Into Les Combs. Sorry about that. Oh, we're gonna get another yellow flag, and that's gonna be low off tracks once again. He's going to lose 2 positions, and he might opt to pit here just to repair that damage, get that pit stop out. But that's if he can make it to the pit stop or the pit lane. Matassi looking to overtake low, but he should be able to once, or if he decides to pit. We're gonna have Taft and Greer, and it looks like Barber, the previous top, or one of the previous top 10 finishers, or sorry, I'm losing words right now. Okay, it was in the top 10, so they're gonna be fighting for this position. They looks like Taft is going to push that Bentley out of the tracks, but that Bentley is able to recover. They're now entering the bus stop, but there's like there's a significant gap between them now, so it's gonna be a safe entry into the bus stop. Any more battles here? We have Ansem 1/10 behind. It looks like Heisner. Oh, sorry, you're back.
I'm back, and Uwu has yellow. Looks like they may have had an incident going to Eau Rouge.
That's Eau Rouge. And he's gonna lose. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him at the straight. That arrow damage is hitting him hard against that Porsche.
I'm kind of what's the word I would look for here? Dumbfounded. I don't really know what to say. This has been probably the most exciting race in terms of incidents I have seen in my time here.
Oh, we got a drive-through for car 91, and there's gonna be a yellow flag for car 217. What is going on?
Well, looks like it was going to try to fight with Galindo and retake 3rd place here. It's obviously hard to tell visually to see what if there's any damage or what that damage is. And let's see, 229 for Edward Ryan. I'm looking for them here. Why do I not see? Oh, here they are. Here's Eisner. So yeah, Heisner started at the back, if I remember correctly, and they have moved up to 17th place. So just getting up there by surviving, as this race seems to be.
And checking race control, that's going to be a 23 position game for this race.
That's pretty amazing. And looking.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're fine. We've got another yellow flag for Curtis, who looks like they may have just gone off track. It doesn't seem like anybody else got caught up in that. I don't see any visible damage, so we're good there. We'll jump back and check on Anderson, as Anderson and Foster are still fighting it out for the position here. Anderson just looking for a way around.
Whoa, someone just got DSQ'd from the race. That's going to be car 150. That's Altericio.
Altericio out of the race.
You're driving the wrong way.
Driving the wrong way for Altericio. That's a shame, and that's their race done at this point. If I had to guess, it may have been just one of those weird things where they were just trying to rejoin the track and got caught up. Robichaud. Robichaud looking for a way. They do. Robichaud gets the pass done on Ansem for 18th position.
I'm also noticing the NSX is back into the pits a second time.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag for Secombe. Oh, Secombe off.
No, into turns 5 and 6 again. Oh my goodness, who is that? That's Barber.
That was Barber off the track. Oh, wow. Barber losing the gain that they had managed to achieve so far. Seems like even though nobody really got contacted, it just seemed like the kind of cars getting bunched up with each other.
Oh my goodness, wait, look at the picture in picture. There was like a 3 wide into Eagles.
Oh wow. Looks like Greer and Koval fighting it out, and Tinney. Okay, we're settling in. We're not going to do anything too crazy, right? We're not going to make any crazy turn. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Barber. Barber just, the rear end just stepped out on them and they were just off track. Not really sure what happened there.
Turn, it's this full, or what is it called again?
There has been so much action on the track today that my mind is just shot at this point here as we look down the list for our other battles. So Foster and Anderson are also fighting it out. Oh! Zamora into the pits. This is Zamora getting their pit stop in, and I'm realizing that this, I think, might be the first of our kind of front runners to get into the pits and get their mandatory stop done. So Edward, I have to admit, I have a secret to tell. So Marlon and I, we kind of we went out there and we got buckets of like Crisco, and we just started walking and dumping. And yeah, sorry about that, guys, but we really wanted to make sure you guys had an exciting race tonight. Oh boy.
I was cleaning the track with soapy water, and I forgot to, you know, dry it out.
Oh, jeez. Oh, we got a yellow flag from music here. Oh, that's just them going into the pits. Maybe a touchy pit.
Oh no, there is another yellow flag that's gonna be Johnston. He's going to tap the wall once again. Oh no.
Looks like they tried to recover as well and had a little bit of a spin trying to get turned back around here. However, looking here, we do have drivers getting into the pits now, going for the undercut. Well, whatever you could call of an undercut here with this kind of situation. Tinney and Koval battling it out here. Let's see what Tinney can get done here. Oh boy. All right. Well, this has been very exciting round 4 here at Spa, and a great way for me to oh wow, what a great race for me, because for you guys watching, this is probably my last race with you guys for the rest of the season, so I'm enjoying it. I'm soaking this all in. It's probably because of that. It's what it is. They're just getting all the exciting stuff in while I'm here.
This is also a wild test by fire for my first D4 commentary.
Well, welcome to the deep end. It's not normally like this.
And I thought D3 was pretty deep. D4 is.
I promise, there's some great clean driving in here. It's just not happening today as Foster now gets into the pits as well, trying to get everything done. Our top 4 drivers have yet to pit now. Foster, I think, was 5th now. They've since given that position to Anderson by going in the pits, if I'm remembering that correctly. So looking through the list here, we've got Robichaud staying out on track. They're not going to get into the pits, so it looks like Koval might be trying to go for it. Or sorry. Here we go. Foster into the pits. The timing got all messed up here, but that's okay. We're on for the ride here. Robichaud is going to have to take advantage of this clean air and build up a gap so they can find an opportunity to pit as well here as we look with Matassi. And Matassi, for a second it was looking like they were gaining on Zamora ahead. We now have some cars getting out of the, sorry, that's not cars getting out of the pits. Where's our pit cars here? So I'm curious to see if these guys have got some damage. Actually, this is Foster we just checked in on, and they were having to creep up to their pit box. So, you know, everyone's got some pretty big gaps here. We started with 40 cars on track. We now have 36 cars on track. So we've had 4 drivers just completely die entirely. They're gone.
Well, we did have 1 DSQ, so.
Well, that's right. We had 3. Yeah. 3 just die and give up, or something happened. I won't say give up, because I would completely understand quitting from some of the incidents we've seen here. And we have 1 disqualification, which we don't know the circumstances that led to that disqualification. It could just be ACC.
I saw the message. It was just like he was driving the wrong way, but I wasn't able to get a glimpse of it. So
we've got our first of our top 3 diving into the pits here with Wheezy going for the undercut strategy against Galindo and Moffitt. Let's see how that works out. Or rather, yeah. Moffitt's been pretty clean since their little incident, so that's good to see.
Oh, as you say that, he almost loses that rear end in Eau Rouge.
I'm just determined to curse everybody out on track today, I guess.
It's your last day as a commentator and you just have the power.
Well, it's not my last day for. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's not for real. You'll be back next season.
With this kind of racing, I gotta come back sooner than that. Oh, had a brief yellow flag from Mertzen, maybe off track or something if I had to guess. We've got more of the top drivers into the pits now, so catching back up to the top here. That means that our drivers left to pit are going to be Moffitt, Daniels, Swift, Robichaud, Buckley, and Mertzen. And I tell you what,
Moffitt might have a safe pit here if he's able to cleanly.
yeah.
You saying what? What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. All I can say is whoever comes in to take over these D4 guys, you know, if the racing is like this every week, you guys are in for a good time.
Oh my goodness.
So we're getting a
I
request
was
from chat.
commentating E6, and this is exactly how the race turned out.
So we're getting a request from chat to check in on 229's times. So 229's last time was a 2-minute 30.7, and their best lap so far has been a 2-minute 21 flat, basically. So they're just getting out there, getting consistent laps done. It looks like they may have lost a position. They do have Barber behind, though. Barber is very fast, and Barber is going to be fighting hard to regain whatever positions they can after everything that happened in the last 20, 35 minutes. There has been a lot as our looks like a lot of our mid-pack drivers right now are drivers that are coming out from the pits here. So leading the drivers who have already pit, it's going to be Wheezy. Moffitt did get into the pits, so we're going to see here where Wheezy is on track and see what might be working up here. Okay, so I don't know if Moffitt's getting any damage repaired or anything like that, but Moffitt might have a chance to get out ahead of Wheezy, but Wheezy also might have a chance to get there. I don't know how this is going to shake out here. But
and speaking on Les Combs, right, because we've had so many incidents, I believe the fastest line is what I've been seeing and what I used to do is biting that inside curb, getting ready for the next, or turn 6. So that's probably where they're snapping it.
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me anyway. Moffitt's still in the pits. They've lost a position to Swift, but Swift isn't really in the race. I think Wheezy's going to get past Moffitt here. Let's see. Moffitt is not moving yet, so Wheezy is going to take that position from Moffitt. I can't remember who was leading before, but I think
it was going to be Wheezy, yeah.
Yeah, Wheezy's got that for sure. So, okay, Moffitt is moving, but Wheezy's already out.
This is going to be a battle outside the pits. Who's going to come out first?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Moffitt just barely had the chance. They are close. Oh, if Moffitt had just finished maybe a second sooner, they could have been in the fight. I think Wheezy, already with like a 3-second gap, is going to be able to really set themselves up. Really, at this point, all Wheezy has to do is get a clean race. But I wouldn't count Moffitt out yet, because Moffitt was the fastest in qualifying by a pretty hefty margin. So we're gonna have to see what Moffitt can do here. Let's check back on Galindo here. Looks like they got out.
Curtis giving the position up to Sarver, he might have made contact with, or he might have went off track, so that was strange.
Yeah. Sarver is doing well considering where they started at the back, sitting in 26th place now. I'm curious to see who our biggest gainers are so far through the race here. If you're able to find that out.
Yeah, that's going to be Swift with a 32 position gain, but I do believe Swift has yet to pit. Yeah, he's coming into the pits now, so we're going to see where he ends up. Greer with a 25 position gain, but he's also in the pits. Mertzen, 16 position gain, coming into the pits again. So that's 3 cars with massive position changes. We're going to have Tenny, though, 22 positions up. Eisner, 22 up as well. Robichaud, 23 up. That's going to be those 3 still fighting for another position gain there. Looks like Sarver, yeah, as you were saying, Sarver with a really good race from the back. That's 15 positions up. So not bad. And Moreno as well, 16 positions up, and Lindo in front of Sarver with 11 positions as well.
And we're on board here watching Barber managing to get around Robichaud.
Oh wait, sorry, we got a drive-through for car 45.
The drive-through for car 45.
And that's Secombe.
Secombe with the drive-through.
Or Secombs.
Also a Gleam with a, look like we have a Gleam with the drive-through as well. So the fun never stops here at Spa. Our only driver left to get their pit in is going to be Buckley. By the way, our purple lap is.
Sorry, there's a yellow flag. That's gonna be. What?
Whoa! Oh! I get on board with Ooh, and they lose it going into Eau Rouge.
Oh
well,
no!
That's our purple lap holder currently. Losing at Eau Rouge.
And Ooh was P2, so he's now out of the podium spots, and that damage might put him out of contention for it too.
Unbelievable.
No.
All right. Well, Ooh's going to have to kind of get heads down and see what they can convert out of that. They do have a less than 1 second gap.
Oh, sorry. The purple
ahead.
lap time is from Ooh. He's going to be 2:18.88. Sorry, one of the drivers was asking, or one of the comments was asking for that.
Ducking back to check in on Barber. They are sitting in 16th now. It looks like there may have been something happening going on. Either way, they're sitting in 16th now. We're going to kind of follow along with them as we head back up to Matassi here in 6th place, looking to close the gap on Zamora. Don't really have a lot of close battles on the track right now. Buckley leading us right now, but they have yet to pit. They are in the pits now, and that's going to be our final driver getting into the pits here. Yeah, Legior, we're going to see some faster times for sure out of these drivers, especially as I think some of these gaps are building with the top 5 drivers. They're going to have some clean air to get just some real bangers knocked out for sure. Buckley now dropping into 2nd, and they're likely to lose a couple more. They are already out of the pits, though. Well, sort of out of the pits. Oh, this is all speed limit lane. That's the fun thing about Spa. They are going to come out pretty well, though, I think, looking here.
Sorry, hold on. We got a battle into bus stop. Tenny and Greer. Looks like that Bentley versus McLaren. This McLaren has been trying to get past that Bentley. Gonna back out just a little bit, but he knows there's an overtaking opportunity into at least La Source. So he might go for it there. No, he doesn't have enough. He does not have the speed to catch up with the Bentley, which is, to my knowledge, is pretty accurate, but that's not a great exit out of La Source. So that Bentley is going to have to make this Eau Rouge perfect.
We're getting back on board with Ooh, who's looking for a way around Anderson here. Let's see how this goes.
Our favorite. Into our favorite.
Anderson stepping out the rear a little bit there. They managed to hold it together, though. Ooh's definitely going to try to find a way around here pretty soon. They've got a really they've got the pace, I think, to make something
Wait
happen.
a second, there's more contact at Les Combs once again, and it's gonna be the two cars that I was talking about, Greer and Tenney.
I'm going to step in on behalf of chat, and chat is reminding us that it is pronounced Les Combs.
Les Combs.
Yes.
French.
Uwu looking for a way around still. I think Uwu's gonna maybe make this move here. As they almost punt Anderson off. Oh man. All right, guys. This has been an action-packed race tonight, and I don't think it's not. I mean, well, it's not. There's 19 minutes left, but I don't think we've seen the last of the action here. Ooh, running a little bit
saying
wide.
that's too wide into Bruxelles, but that Lexus, it looks like, is gonna back. Or is that a Lexus? Sorry, you're not.
Uwu is in the name. Oh yes.
No, sorry, that's good. Yeah, I'm in the picture.
Okay, yeah, you're following along with the Lexus, it appears. And we're gonna check on the 229. Heisner sitting in 14th place now, steadily gaining, picking up the pieces wherever they can. I love to see it whenever you've got a driver that can just play it smart, you know, look for, you know, some openings and opportunities and just keep it clean and safe out there. I love to see that kind of racing, and that's what Heisner has been bringing today, for sure.
Oh, there's a yellow flag. That's car 217.
Looks like.
Oh, it's Sebastian Rock. That's the NSX again.
Getting on board with Mertzen here, getting side by side with Moreno into the bus stop. They didn't quite make it stick, so they're gonna have to back off and try again. Matassi and Zamora. Oh, Matassi's gonna get the pass done on Zamora.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh,
Slight bump.
wow. All right. Matassi's at this point going to have to open it up and try to extend that gap now and hold Zamora off. They do, however, have a 10-second gap to Galindo ahead, so they've got a lot of work and hoping to do if they want to try to get up to the podium today. And seeing some discussion in chat about Moffat's, or rather Wheezy's lead to Moffitt, and you know, it does seem like Wheezy's they've got a really good run out there. They got a good pit timing in, I think. I think Moffitt may have waited a little bit too long to get their pit in. Yeah, at this point, it looks like Wheezy may be able to just run away from it. And Wheezy as Wheezy gets the new purple lap with a 2-minute 18.767. So they've now taken the purple lap. And I wouldn't be surprised if that continues to drop down. Now our closest battle on track, we are actually
that's another yellow for Sebastian Rock.
I hate seeing that because I know what that feels like to be kind of, you know, in that situation where you keep snowballing and snowballing and snowballing, and, you know. Oh, we have a new purple lap out of Foster, who is in this battle here unfolding with Anderson, and Foster. Trying to get around Anderson, and it looks like Foster's got the pace to catch up to Uwu as well. So not only does Uwu have to get around Anderson, but Uwu now also has to deal with the fact that Foster's closing that gap quickly.
Oh my goodness, we might be going too wide into campus here. And now entering Sector 3, these two are battling it out. Green Hemslow, interesting color choice. No, they're now entering Sector 3 fast. Can this BMW catch up with this other BMW?
Oh, looks like Foster makes the pass. Oh, they went for a pass, or they got the pass done on the straight, but they lost the position back.
I assume it was in Lake Holmes again.
yes, it was. As we get on board with Matassi here, trying to get around Zamora. Wait, that means Zamora got the position back from Matassi. Matassi now has to fight to claw that position back here. Checking back in with Uwu, who is still trying to get around Anderson. They're building their gap up to Foster. Once again, going to try to build up a gap as much as they can, probably, because it seems like Foster is catching them in the high-speed sectors here. Uwu, once again, having to be careful on the brakes because they are getting held up into this sector by Anderson a little bit. Gotta find a safe way around as Barber looking to make moves on Heisner. Barber trying to claw those positions back from what they had at the start. And I'm thinking Barber's going to have a way around Heisner up here in the next couple of turns. Let's see what they pull together. Looking back up the field, looks like Foster's going to be making another attempt on Uwu here soon. And we're going to go catch up on that since looks like the pass isn't coming here. Oh, and then, of course, I tuned to it, and Foster's backing off.
I had it in the picture-in-picture. I was waiting for you to switch.
All right, you keep that up, and we'll keep following on with Barber here, because Barber's, I think they've got the pace to make the pass. They've just got to find a way around as they, well, maybe going to go too wide here. No, they back off. Yeah, they're gonna back off.
He knows
wait for their
better.
Opportunity.
He knows better than overtaking Lacombe once again. And it looks like that Porsche Foster is gonna go wide in Eau Rouge in the picture-in-picture. That might hurt his exit speed trying to catch up to Uwu.
Oh, there's a, who was that? It looks like Tenney may have lost it a little bit, allowing Barber, or they may have been behind before.
Cab's gonna get a yellow.
That was
into
Tenney.
the start.
That was Tenney losing. No, I'm sorry, that was not Tenney. That was who was that? That might be a lapped car actually. Yeah, I believe that would be a lapped car we're seeing in the mix here. Barber still looking for a way around Eisner, trying to find that opportunity. I think they had they had a bit of a moment where they could find a way with the lapped traffic coming up, but they've managed to get past them, and so now they've got to just find some sort of overtaking opportunity here. Looking back up, Wheezy has now extended the lead to Moffitt to 9.8 seconds. Foster holding the fastest lap with a 2-minute 18.3, so a very fast lap out of Foster. Wow.
Yeah, like they almost made contact in campus as well as you're talking about that. What close racing we have here.
We're going to get the main screen over here on Uwu, Foster, and Anderson because this is starting to get tightened up here a little bit. And we'll keep our picture-in-picture watching Barber in the corner. Let's see here, heading to the bus stop. Uwu is, whoa. It looked like there may have been a little contact by Foster on Uwu, not really sure. But thankfully for everybody involved, nobody really was affected by that. Foster, I think maybe Uwu has some damage. I'm not really sure, but Foster's got a lot of pace on Uwu.
Yeah, Uwu was the one that crashed in Eau Rouge, so yeah, that's going to be some damage for his aero.
Oh, yep, that's what it is. I think
Close.
that would explain why Uwu is losing time, or seems to be losing time to Foster in the straights. Looking at their last lap, Foster did a slightly faster lap than Uwu as well by about 2/10. Oh!
Whoa, there's going to be a move in Lacombe again.
Uwu trying to get around Anderson. I think Uwu knows that if they can get around Anderson, they can try to back Anderson into Foster, put a car between them. Oh, things get.
They almost touched doors.
Foster knows the game. Foster knows what's going on here.
This is where it's going to count Bruxelles, the entry. Oh my goodness, they're almost going to make contact.
Unbelievable. Uwu has to back off of Anderson. They don't quite make the pass stick, which means they still get to contend with Foster. Our fastest lap right now, just pushing and pushing and pushing that Porsche, living rent-free in Uwu's head as they continue to linger in their mirror.
Yeah, and I'm sure Uwu is going to try that move again in Lacombe, but Matassi might be ready for it. So we'll see once they come back into another overtaking zone. Maybe La Source is...
Once once again, I think Anderson's on the brakes a little harder or earlier than Uwu, and so they're getting kind of backed up a little bit in there.
That makes sense.
All right, guys, we got 10 minutes left of the action here. So far, leading the race, we got Wheezy coming in second, Moffitt, and third is Galindo. They've got some pretty big gaps there, so not really sure how that's going to unfold. Foster still has the pace, has the speed to pass Uwu, but Uwu's just been really driving a really good defensive drive, I think.
Oh, that's a really bad line and bus stop.
Foster's gonna try to find a way around. They probably won't have the speed down the straight.
Oh, he's gonna go on the inside on the source.
He's gonna try to outbrake Uwu. Let's see. He's gonna dive in for the inside. I think Uwu tries to close the door, but I think Foster's gonna have a good exit line out of there. Foster's gonna have the speed. Oh, I don't know. I think going into Eau Rouge, I think this is gonna be Foster's chance. Anderson, however, getting away from them is there. I think Uwu's had to back off of that push and really focus on trying to hold Foster off because they can't.
As all of this is happening, Car 91 gets a drive-through. So a lot more hectic in the last 10 minutes. We still have the fight between Barber and it looks like, just Barber and Robichaud and Heisner. But the main battle here is still Foster, Uwu, and Anderson. Anderson trying to getting a little bit more of a gap, but Uwu's still close behind. So is Foster, and Foster's looking at an overtake potential here. Oh my goodness, Robichaud 1/10 behind. He's gonna go too wide into La Source. That's gonna be against Barber, or not. Sorry, not La Source. Oh, they're gonna make contact. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Lecombe.
I gotta remember. Lecombe. I keep forgetting it. There's just been so many things going on.
We've got some moves happening with Greer. Greer and Koval. Is that Koval? Yes, Koval and Greer going side by side. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, how's this gonna go? It looks like Greer's able to kind of just elbows out, hold that spot. You know, Koval's backing off now. We're gonna go back up to Foster and check in on that fight here. Looks like this gap has built up a little bit between these three. I'm not really sure if maybe they just their tires are falling off or what. Foster still holds the fastest lap though with that 2:18.3. So I don't think this is the end of this battle here. Oh, something happened with the timing board here. That was cleared. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, Zamora. Yellow flag for Zamora very briefly. I'm not really sure what happened.
Oh, just a little tap into the wall. Wait, that's going to be a full yellow. Is he stopping? He's stopping on track.
Oh, who is that? Oh, that's Zamora.
That's Zamora.
Yeah, Zamora stopped on track. Not really sure what's going on.
Oh my goodness. No.
What
That's
was
Daniels,
that was Daniels
reacting to Zamora in the middle of the track, but he's gonna just send himself into the wall.
Oh wow!
And Zamora's moving again. What happened?
I don't know, but I don't think I rewinded far enough. Oh
no! You got that.
Oh wow! We're gonna get back up to Anderson because Uwu and Anderson are fighting it out again. Wow, Foster, Uwu, and
Moreno
Anderson.
is gonna
contact with. Anderson makes contact with Uwu. Uwu makes a quick recovery. They're going to be trying to recover. Foster is able to get that position from Uwu, capitalizing on the contact between Anderson and Uwu. Okay, guys, we are strapped in for the last 5 minutes here. The action hasn't stopped yet. We are racing here for the last kind of full send passes that these drivers are going to be able to get done.
We got another drive-through for car 474.
Oh, that's going to be...
a Gleam.
A Gleam, okay. So
and he's going to go off tracks.
Oh, wow. Foster with amazing pace. Now Foster's going to be trying to get around Anderson for that 5th position here. I think Foster's got the speed to do it. They just got to find a clean way to get around. And yeah, I don't know if it would pick up any more damage from that, but they're not going to take that lightly. They're going to try to do something to get around here as Foster.
Whoa, that's going to be
down.
inside in the bus stop.
Oh,
That's going
goes
to
for
be
the
contact
inside.
between. There's more contact. There we go.
Oh.
And
Ooh, is able
it
to
looks
get
like
around
Ooh is
Foster.
going to try and get Foster. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. It depends on how this gets on. Oh, here we go. Into turn 1. Ooh is not really able to get past Foster. They're going to have to take for a wider line, but that's going to put Ooh and Foster past Anderson, as Ooh is going to be looking to try to get the pass back done on Foster. Unbelievable. All right, let's get on board here. Oh, a little bit Ooh has
Oh no.
Ooh gets a little bit squirrely here. I think Ooh's had a couple of laps where they've maybe borderline cut that corner. I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, though, we've got a train now forming behind Foster with Ooh and Anderson. Greer getting the pass done on Daniels. We're going to go catch up on that.
Daniels was the one that sent himself into the wall once Zamora stopped on the middle of, or like into the entryway of Eau Rouge.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what happened from Zamora. We'll have to find out later, because that seems unusual. They've now
Wait a second, the fight between Robichaud. Robichaud's gonna go through. I'm so sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag for Buckley.
Oh, Buckley
making
exiting the
contact.
pits? No, that's gonna be Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge exit, and that's gonna be contact. A Gleam behind him with the drive-through.
Eau Rouge claims another. Oh, it looks like Buckley may have picked up too much damage. They're going to have to return to garage, I'm thinking. Or it could have been some kind of equipment failure. We're going to go look at Koval here, who's getting around Daniels. Yeah, I think Daniels just got some damage. They're just having to let people pass them here.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
Guys, we are on our last couple of laps here, and let me give you guys an update from the top. We've got Wheezy leading the race with a 10-second gap to Moffitt in second place, who then has a 12-second gap to Galindo in third place. And unless anything really extreme happens, that's looking like it's gonna be our podium here. We're gonna get back up with Uwu, who is still pushing Foster. Getting really close here in the bus stop.
Oh my goodness, sorry, there's contact between Moreno and Mertzton. What was that into?
Oh, and with the tough rejoin, I see that in our picture-by-picture in the bottom right corner. Moreno getting back on, I think that's Moreno, getting back on track and almost having contact with Raf Cab. Foster still holds our fastest lap with that 218.3 here.
Zamora behind Daniels. Daniels, the one that got caught up in Zamora's antic.
Yeah, Uwu
Gonna go past now.
Uwu's picking up on Foster here. I think Uwu's going to try to get around here at the end of... is that going into Lake Home? Yeah, Uwu's going to go for the pass. Foster's going to have to fall behind, and Uwu's able to make the pass stick. We're going to see if Foster's able to answer that over this second to last lap here. Oh, wow. This is unbelievable, guys. What a race so far between the carnage of the first 30 minutes.
Wait, we got Robichaud and the... It looks like... sorry. They're going into... I keep forgetting this corner's name. It's turn 5, turn 6. With Robichaud looking to... Not losing out in the position, not being able to gain that position. Sorry. I'm tripping on my own words. Sorry. Let me rephrase. Barber isn't able to make the pass on Robichaud, but they were going too wide into turns 5 and 6.
Okay, we have now started our final lap here as Wheezy starts getting into turn 1 here with just an absolutely beautiful race to finish things out. They've really managed to hold their own out there, managed to avoid a lot. I think it helped being in the top 5. Maybe we had some incidents though. It hasn't all been smooth sailing here. Let's dive back down to Foster and check in on that, because Foster may have lost that position to Uwu, but they're not going to just give it up here as they begin their final lap. And this is going to be Foster's last attempt to find a way around Uwu for that top 5 position.
It was lick home.
Lake Home, the infamous corner. Now Foster, it looks like they may have had a better exit out of turn 1, but they weren't really able to capitalize on that enough. They are holding right on to Uwu though, going into Eau Rouge. I think they may have the speed. Oh, that's a big cut. That's a big cut. Yeah, I think they bled a little bit of speed, kind of getting over the curves there though, and they're gonna Uwu's gonna be able to walk away from them a little bit. Oh, we've got some movement with
Robichaud. The Robichaud camp has made it to Daniels. That might have slowed them down a bit, but that's Heisner getting past Robichaud.
Heisner once again showing a masterclass of crawling through the field and just surviving, as they've now managed to secure themselves for this final lap into P14. Looks like Zamora. I found Zamora. They're here in P12. I'm just still wondering what happened. Heisner now getting around Daniels, who's had that damage and is just losing positions due to that, I believe. So Heisner now climbing into P13. We're going to get back on board with Foster, though, because they are still trying to find a way around Uwu here.
Robichaud's going to go past Daniels as you're going back to the Foster battle. I'll keep my eyes on this on Robichaud.
We're going to catch up to the front, because crossing the line, first place, we've got Weezy. Following 10 seconds behind, we have Moffitt getting around, that looks like a blue flag. We've got Moffitt crossing the line to finish in second place with an amazing drive. And Galindo wrapping up their lap here at the bus stop as they secure the final spot on our podium with also a fantastic drive here. Checking further back here, it looks like Foster has held off Uwu for the whole lap. And it's going to come down here to the bus stop. Uwu's going to try. I don't think they've got it. They have to back off, because that is it, as Foster crosses the line in 5th, Uwu 6th, and Anderson 7th place. Coming in 8th, we've got Taft crossing the line, and they are followed by Greer, who is going to secure 9th place. Koval's going to round us out in 10th place here as we get on board with Robichaud, who's
my goodness, the bus stop battle.
Trying to go for that last-minute send on the outside of the bus stop, but Heisner's able to hold that off and bring it in P13 with Robichaud in 14 and Barber in 15th place. And Daniels gets across the line in 16th, Swift 17th, and Mertzen is getting ready to get into the bus stop to cross the line in 18th place here. We are wrapping up here for what was a wild battle here at Spa. Let's see, Marlon, do you have our biggest winner for tonight in terms of positions gained?
Definitely, it definitely has to be one of the top 5. If I'm going to say biggest winner, I'd say Moffitt. Even though he did lose that position, he went back from below P10, and he climbed his way back up onto the podium.
If I'm seeing this correctly, our biggest gain was Tenney coming up
32, and Heisner as well with the
20 positions. Yeah. Oh, Heisner came up 32 positions.
Yeah, but also Tenney up 32 as well.
Yeah, Greer came up quite a lot. Oh man, just what a crazy ride, unbelievable. I think our biggest gainer may have been Heisner with that 32 position gain. Heisner had a real masterclass of driving there in the midfield. They just drove clean. I don't think I saw them caught up in any incident. They do have 2 pit counts showing, so they may have been caught up. But either way, just an outstanding race. We are going to take a quick moment to get ready to bring our podium sitters in here to the booth. Just give us one moment as we get ready. All right, folks, joining us here, we have Galindo, who drove an excellent race. They managed to come in third, managed to, I believe, avoid quite a lot of the incidents.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Yes, there were. So, Galindo, why don't you kind of talk to me about how your race went overall?
Overall, it was pretty good. I tried to keep it in the track for most of the race, and I knew there was going to be a lot of people losing it, so I should just keep composed and avoid all the other cars, and that's what I did, and it paid off.
Yeah, for sure. We were seeing that. I wanted to ask you about your pit strategy going into this. Whenever you were kind of preparing to race here, what were you thinking going into it, like when your timing would be for pitting?
So when I saw that other cars were coming on and I had the slower cars in front of me, I didn't want them to stop me, so that's when I figured I'm just going to go in and try to, hopefully I can get a gap in front of me, because the last thing I want is these guys that were coming out getting in the way. So I figured halfway through the race, I'll go in and change the tires.
Yeah, right on. And as we can see here with you coming in P3, that definitely played out for you. There were so many incidents that I have to say I can't remember who was caught up in what incident. So did you get caught up in any of the incidents? And if you did, do you want to talk about any of that?
I didn't get caught in any, but there was a lot of close calls where there was just cars just stopped in the track, and I had to avoid them like a split second, just move out of the way. Otherwise, it would have ended my race. But I wasn't caught in any other incidents.
We'll talk about lucky, and I think that was really the way to succeed here tonight, was just avoiding the chaos. And in all of my races I've commentated for so far, I have never seen anything like this ever. So definitely it was one to remember. So congratulations on your P3. Before we send you on your way, did you want to give a shout out to anybody?
I want to give a shout out to my wife and kids, because they put up with me while I'm racing, and they know just to leave me alone, and they're always watching the stream. And my teammate Brett Swift, man, we're always practicing together, and we have a great time.
That's fantastic. Brett Swift also in the chat, giving you a nice job. And from us here, congratulations again on the P3. Excellent racing out there. We had a great time watching you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. See you later.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a blast. Thank you.
Alrighty, we're going to bring in our P2 finisher here, and that's going to be Moffitt. So give us a moment while we get that ready for you guys.
Hello.
All right, guys. Now joining us here, we've got Mason Moffitt. Drove an excellent race. Had some back and forth for the P1 spot. So Moffitt, why don't you talk to us about how your race went, kind of from your perspective a little bit?
Well, first of all, I spun out in Lacombs there, which I was upset about, but it is what it is. I kept my head down, and I think I raced a great race.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. That was a 2-position loss from pole position, but you managed to climb back to P2. What was your thought, or how are you feeling coming across the line and knowing I climbed all the way back into P2?
Well, I was very happy because the past 2 weeks haven't been great results due to penalties for me. But yeah, great result. Hopefully, I'll be fighting for the win next week, and it's going to be very interesting with it being wet.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be something to see. So talking about strategy a little bit, did you have any particular plans for strategy when you went into this race, or did that kind of develop as you went along?
Well, originally I was gonna try to overcut, but I had like 9 seconds of damage and it was getting tough on my lap times, and eventually I just said I'll do whatever Wheezy doesn't do, and he went in, so I just stayed out one more lap, and that's how that went.
Yeah, we saw that. We were kind of talking and speculating on how that would work out, and it almost did work out. You probably saw Wheezy go by as you were exiting the pits. I think if the timing was just a little bit different, that battle could have unfolded differently. Well, it was still, no matter what, at the end of the day, and all things considered, with all the incidents that everybody practically had to contend with this race, it was a great race. Before we send you on your way, I just wanted to give you a chance. Did you have anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out two people. First of all, my family, them supporting me through this, and my dad letting me use the sim, and second of all, Anton for giving me advice about sim racing.
Well, that is fantastic to see, the support that you're able to get, and thanks again for showing up and putting on a good race, and congratulations on the P2, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, folks, give us another moment and we're going to bring our winner in to chat with them.
Crowd favorite.
All right, folks, now we've got our race winner, Michael Wheezy McWeezerson. Michael, what a race. Why don't you talk us through a little bit about it from your side of the story?
Sure. Yeah, that was a heck of a race. Very, very challenging to try to keep that consistent for the full run. Obviously, qualification was going to be really important. I think most of us saw the disasters that happened last night in most of the packs. So getting a good quali in was going to be important. I was hoping to be, 2:18.5 or less. Being up in the front row is fantastic. Those other guys that were around me, obviously Moffitt, but Barber and Lowe, I mean, they're ultra fast as well. Was just hoping to get a good getaway. I did. I didn't mind tucking in behind Moffitt. Generally speaking, he's faster than me, I think, on this track overall. And I had to defend at the end of the straight because Barber had a pretty good run, so I just chose the inside going down there, hoping that as we got down to the rest of the circuit, I would just be able to pull away a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. So worked out great, and then similar to last week, I focused on my own race more so than anything else, and just hit my brake markers and trying to put in clean laps overall. I knew some carnage was going to happen on the back, and I wanted to stay within striking distance of Moffitt in case he had a little slide or anything like that, and ultimately that's what ended up happening. And when I dove into the pits, I felt like my tires were not where I wanted them to be. I had like 3 consecutive laps that were pretty far down from where my pace had been. So dove into the pits, which seemed like it was a little bit quicker than the other folks that were directly behind me, but paid off at the end. I think once Moffitt came back out of the pits, he was still 4 some odd seconds behind me. But in order for him to do that, I think he wouldn't have repaired damage that he had. So I think he was just driving with damage. So he was going to struggle there. I just had to focus on me.
Yeah, I was actually going to touch base on that as well and kind of talk to you about that strategy because, looking at it, you had to have been maybe sweating it out a little bit whenever you were coming up to the line and seeing Moffitt getting out of the pits if the timing had just been maybe 1 or 2 seconds any other way, you would have had Moffitt potentially coming out alongside you or just behind you to contend with you. Now, obviously, once that played out, I think I concur with your assessment as well that Moffitt, I can't recall if they said they did, but I think they had to have avoided repairing any damage they might have picked up, because it seemed like they didn't quite have the pace to reel you in that I thought I would have expected with them coming out with fresher tires by a lap or so. And within a decent distance, I want to say it was maybe like a 3-second gap. I was watching that one, but that kind of just developed, and I think I saw you kind of just with that clean air taking advantage of that and extending that gap and ultimately holding it at that about 10-second mark or so. So obviously you probably saw or heard that there were a lot of incidents this race. And there were so many incidents, in fact, that I can't even remember who wasn't in an incident. So I'm going to ask you the same questions I asked the others. Did you get caught up in the incidents, and how did that fare for you?
0. I took 0 damage the entire race, so I stayed clean. The closest that I came to anybody was going into a Rouge lap 1. I had I was a little bit ahead of Chad Lowe, who qualified 3rd, and he was on the right side, obviously, going into it, and we came kind of close to each other. That was probably the closest that I came to another car for the entirety of the race.
And you know, with a race like this, that's all you could ever ask for, is just enough gap where you don't have to worry about too many tight battles. You don't have to worry about, big old packs of cars here, because Spa is a track that, for some reason, an inexplicable reason, just draws people in packs to just send it into each other, unlike any other track I've raced on with SRA. So I think that, what else could you have asked for? I think it really played out well in your favor to, have the race go as it did for you. So before we get you going here, did you want to send a shout out to anybody?
Sure. Obviously, again, to you guys doing the commentating thing, I think it's a great add to SRA, so appreciate you guys doing that week over week. And I know sometimes y'all got to do sub-ins and figure all that stuff out, so appreciate the time and effort that you guys put into it. Secondarily, to the conglomerate, Vanquish, and the 2 guys that were in my ear tonight, both Zodi Fade and John Bayham. They raced last night in divisions 3 and 5 respectively. So those guys kind of kept me sort of calm throughout the race. It was pretty sweaty. And then final shout out absolutely has to go to Mason Moffitt. 2nd week in a row he's handed me the W. Everybody's gotta love that.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
But Mason's super fast. He's gonna have other dubs throughout the last 4 races of the season. I'm confident of it. But figure I'd give him a little ribbon.
No doubt. And I definitely think that the rest of the season is really gonna shape up to be an exciting one. Once again, congratulations on the win. Excellent driving out there. We enjoyed watching you, and we look forward to seeing what you can bring us next time. And I kept saying next week earlier, but it's actually the week after next, because we're on a break.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Wheezy, and we'll see you next time. And with that, folks, we are wrapping it up here, closing out round 4. What a race. What do you think, Marlon? What is your final thoughts on this as we wrap up here?
It's definitely a crazy race. Not what I was expecting coming down a division to commentate. But it might get a little bit more hectic again after the break, because we have Hungaroring coming up in the wet.
And this is a good segue to talk about the rest of our calendar. So we just finished up round 4 at Spa and the pure carnage that brought us. We are off for a week next week, which I think all of our drivers are going to be very, very thankful for after whatever all of this was. And then we're going to come back the week of May 7th to round 5 at Hungaroring in the wet. So that's going to be very interesting. And then we're going to get into round 6 with Red Bull Ring the week of May 14th. Then the week of May 21st, we get to Barcelona, and we're going to finish our season out at Imola the week of May 28th. So for everyone watching, make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you toss us a like to help us out. But really make sure you subscribe and make sure you get the notifications when we go live, because the racing is going to continue to be awesome. The rest of the season is going to be awesome. So you're going to want to tune in, especially after the break when we get to Hungaroring. But thanks everybody for tuning in. We've had a great time watching the race with you guys, and we look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. See you all later, and good night.